Hi guys, Jurassic Junkie here, and this is my second time trying to do this video because it's a complicated thing I'm trying to get out of my mouth. So first thing I just want to say is it's not my normal video, me talking about games and whatnot. It's an idea I've had kicking around my head, and my friend Andy, who's been working on Gaming Unity with me, we've spoke about this in some time, and the idea's kind of died, and we want to bring it back up and see if people are interested in doing it, and if so, we're going to have a crack at programming it and do a little beta to see how it works. Now the idea is we want to start a form of game club, so it's like a book club, but obviously for games, crazy enough. We're not talking about these brand new titles that are coming out, like such as Bioshock. The idea is the games such as, like this pile, we've got Rage, Saboteur, Brink, and Gears of War 2. Now, if I've got a game which is brand new and I've completed it, I always trade it in because it's worth some money. But every so often I get stuck with this kind of pile of games, which are probably worth between £1 to £3 trading. Now, I know altogether they might be worth something, but I can't be bothered to go into town and just trade that in for a quid, really. But at the same time, I know there's people out there who would actually like to play these games. For instance, Saboteur, everyone should play that. So our idea is for them games that people have in their collection, which is just collecting dust but they can't be asked to sell, we wanted to offer a service where you could share them and let other people play your games. Now the idea is if you're actually a member of the site, what will happen is you'll put on there, for instance, this game. If somebody says they want that game, it's down to you to actually send it them, so you'll have to foot the actual post and packaging. So we're probably going to talk about 90p, £1.20 to get this delivered. And I must say straight away, this idea we're just going to start off in the UK to just see if it works, and if so we can start applying different regions, so just the UK people at the moment. So anyway, you've delivered this at £1.20, and you might be thinking, well, that's a bit skank because I'm a game dan and I've also forked it out. But the point is that you are now allowed to rent games or share games, or whatever the wording is going to be. You're now allowed to go into the pool and pick a game yourself. And obviously that person will then send it to you for free. So the good thing is you will be then playing games at free cost. So the idea is very simple. You put a game in, you take a game out, and once you completed it, you put it back in and take another game out and rinse and repeat. Now the only downside to this is obviously the internet's full of evil, nasty people like trolls who just want to probably take every game out of the system for free and just run off with it. So the idea is we're going to start it off with a very small group with about 20 trusted people. So that's why I'm talking to people like you lot on my channel, because I know obviously majority of you, I say majority of you because there's a few trolls, but the trolls I do know. So people that I've seen commenting time and time again, and I believe is a trusted person. If you're interested, let me know down below and we'll take you and put you into this like beta test project. So what will happen is us 20 will just circulate games, so it's not just Xbox, and we're not bothered about going retro yet, so we're just going to probably go with the typical main consoles and handhelds. And what will happen is obviously we'll start sharing with each other and start to build up a bit of a catalogue of games. Once we're happy the service is working, what we'll allow is everybody to invite one friend. But the way it works differently for these friends is because obviously all of us have gone in on the trust basis that this will work, but as we start to roll it out, we can't trust everybody that start coming in. So the way to stop people trying to do everyone over is anyone that then joins the system later on will have an inactive account, and the only way to get an active account is to put a game into the pool and somebody to then request that, and once they've received it, your account will become active. But this works quite well because one, that means that you are willing to put games into the pool, and two, it also means if somebody joins and puts a piece of crap in there, like, I don't know, FIFA 08 that probably no one ever wants to actually borrow, simply means that your account will sit there as inactive all the time until you put something indecent that somebody wants to snap up. So what will happen is obviously you will then send that game to that person. Once they receive it, they will mark it as received and that account will come active, and then they can start actually sharing and renting games off each other. Now I know I keep saying the word share and rent, but I don't know what the terminology is, but the point is once you put a game out there, you shouldn't ever be planning to get that game back. It should just be going around in circulation, and if you want, you can keep adding games into the database. Now we're going to work on some form of point system because obviously people will probably just put one game in as their entrance fee as such, but we want to encourage people to put as many games in there as you can. So we're going to put a reward system in there, and we don't know fully how it works yet. Does it mean that you can only have one copy rented at the moment, or if you get high ranking you can actually rent multiple copies? We don't fully know how we're going to actually work this yet, but the point is we just wanted to get it to find out if there is an interest in this. Also we want to look at, obviously some of these games are obviously going to be not the greatest titles, but we want to reward people if they put something slightly more decent in there. So obviously it's going to be after some form of way that we can measure what's good and what's bad. bad, but the point is you can leave that all with us and we'll roll our ideas out to you. But my simple request is I just want to know, would you be interested in sharing games between each other? So it's pretty much going to cost you between 90 pence to probably about 150 for sending games, but in return you'll be getting a free game. And I think it is quite a good service, because the thing is, I've kind of, Gears 2, I know it's not the most amazing game really now, and it's quite cheap, but me and my friend James wanted to play it, so therefore I had to go on eBay and actually buy it, which I did. I got it, I've completed it, and now I don't know if I can be asked to go into town to trade it in. So this is a perfect idea that, one, I would no longer need to buy these games that I want on eBay. I should be able to go into the database and just go, oh look, there's a copy of Gears 2, send that me for free, and once I'm done I will just let that go back out for about 90p, which just works out a lot cheaper really, and means that people can complete lots of different games. But I know the database will be full with a lot of poor games, but there'll also obviously be gems such as Saboteur. Now this is a game that I tell people that everyone should play, and people see it and sometimes it's got a price tag of about £8 or so, and it kind of puts people off. But the point is, if that's sat on there on the database and you've got one ticket as such, meaning that you can obviously get another game out of the pool because you completed all yours and you've sent your copies off, so you're just browsing, if you see that pop up and you know by clicking it you'll get it for free, you're more inclined to probably just get it and try it on a little punt, see if it's any good. Whereas obviously going into a game shop and seeing it on the shelf, you're like, do I really want to drop any money on this? So personally, I'm quite excited, and I think it's a system that could work really, really well, but it obviously just relies on, would you be willing to put games in yourself and obviously foot the bill for the post and packaging, but in return, hopefully have a nice big database of games that you can then take out yourself for free. So at the moment, just let me know if you're interested down below. I'm not going to take any names as such yet, because if there is enough interest, then we're going to start work on it and try and dial it in a bit more. And once that gets a bit closer, I'll actually make a video and then obviously say if you're definitely up for it, let us know and we'll start picking people. So this is just more of a feeler video. So that's it. Thank you very much for listening to me waffle for about the last 5 or 6 minutes. But the reason I wanted to do this as a video and to you guys is because I have much more respect and trust for the people, not all, but majority of you on the other side of the camera, whereas if I actually just did this and put it out on the internet, the chances are I would attract a few trolls or just people who are not willing to take it seriously and just probably mess the entire project up. So fingers crossed there is going to be a few of you who are willing to give this experiment a try. Like I say, we don't know if it's going to work well or work terrible, but the point is, for the chance of just probably losing 1 or 2 few cheap games, we could potentially make a really good system. And as I said, if it works, we can start allowing people to invite more and more people, and by making sure everyone's account's not active from the get-go simply means that they'll have to put more games in, and it could just turn out that we have billions and billions of games and everyone's just trading on the cheap. If you're interested, just please let us know down below, and then me and Andy can start work on this project. This actually felt like a little Kickstarter. So yeah, but we don't need money, we've got it all in our brains, we just need to program, and we want you to say yes or no if it's a good idea. So that's me done, I'm going to stop waffling. Thanks for watching guys, cheers, bye.